John Bush here, Executive Director of Texans for Accountable Government. I want to take a moment to reflect on where we've been as an organization and also fill you in on some opportunities with some different projects that we're currently involved in. We started off as a mere spin-off group of the Ron Paul for President 2008 campaign, and we've really blossomed into a lean, mean, freedom-fighting, transpartisan, local activist machine. We want to thank all the people that have given their time, their energy, their financial contributions in the past. And ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you're well aware, the intrusions on our personal liberty are increasing by the day at a very alarming rate. So we want to issue this call again, show you some opportunities that you have to get involved to push back on this encroaching government that we have taking place here in Austin at the state level and the federal level as well. So we hope you enjoy what we put together. We hope you take interest in the opportunities that we provided to get involved here in the future. And finally, I want to fill you in at the end of the video on a wonderful, exciting opportunity that you can become a financial contributor to a major project that Texans for Accountable Government will be embarking on. So we hope you enjoy the clip. The first battle Texans for Accountable Government was involved in was against the idea of training police officers to do blood withdrawals from DWI suspects. Our ambitious police chief, Art Acevedo, was going to take federal grant money from the National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration in order to train the entire DWI task force to do blood withdrawals in the event that you refuse a breathalyzer test. We organized several rallies on Halloween, paraded around as vampire cops, managed to have a really great messaging campaign with the local media, and wouldn't you know it, our first major victory, Texans for Accountable Government managed to prevent Police Chief Art Acevedo from coming forward with his federal program to train police officers as phlebotomists. We also took a resolution to the City Council that would have banned police officers from ever doing blood withdrawals in the City of Austin and stopped no-refusal weekends where they take your breath or blood no matter what in every instance. Unfortunately, the bureaucracy pushed up against us. The city attorney, who no longer is there, also fought against us. That's still something that Texans for Accountable Government's working on. Nonetheless, our first major victory, we managed to prevent Police Chief Art Acevedo from training police officers to do blood withdrawals, and we thank you for that. Here at the state capitol, Texans for Accountable Government managed to have some very significant victories during the 2009 legislative session. To start with, we stopped Senate Bill 298, which would have authorized sobriety checkpoints here in Texas. Unfortunately, Police Chief Art Acevedo is already calling for those again here at the Capitol, so you can expect us to have to battle those again in 2011. Additionally, we managed to organize a veto campaign to encourage Rick Perry to veto Senate Bill 1440. Senate Bill 1440 would have allowed the Texas Family Protective Services to take your children, get access to their records without a court order. On top of that, during the special session, we managed to push back on House Bill 3, which would have reauthorized comprehensive development agreements. That's a public-private partnership scheme which would have allowed for the tolling of existing freeways and allowed to help with the Trans-Texas corridor. So again, ladies and gentlemen, in 2009, we managed to stop sobriety checkpoints, veto a bill that would have allowed the Family Protective Services to take your children. We also managed to stop comprehensive development agreements, tollways, and the Trans-Texas corridor. In 2011, we're going to need your help because we have even more of an ambitious agenda this time around. Most recently, here at Austin City Hall, Texans for Accountable Government managed to push back on the Austin Regional Intelligence Center, Central Texas's Fusion Center. It's a multi-jurisdictional law enforcement apparatus that seeks to merge the information gathering and intelligence sharing practices of local, state, and federal law enforcement. We managed to rally some major numbers, built a coalition, and we managed to prevent the Austin Regional Intelligence Center from being able to collect information of a non-criminal nature about your political, social, or religious views. Additionally, we prevented them from housing a public health/medical analyst that would have assisted in medical surveillance and mass prophylaxis, which could have potentially been them assisting with mass vaccination campaigns. So again, we fought hard, ladies and gentlemen. We secured some major victories, and we want to thank everybody that participated in that battle. Additionally, we'd like to invite you out every first Monday of the month to the Austin Public Safety Commission meeting. It takes place here at the Boards and Commissions room here in City Hall, 301 West 2nd Street. Every first Monday, you'll join Texans for Accountable Government here. This is where we've done a lot of battle against the Austin Regional Intelligence Center. Additionally, right now, we're pushing back on the public safety cameras. Austin Police Department wants to bring 26 surveillance cameras to the city of Austin. And also we're trying to reform the grant receiving process. A lot of the tyrannical programs that we've fought against in the past have emanated directly from the federal government through federal to local control through the grant process. So we're trying to get more citizen oversight of these grants before the Austin Police Department even brings them to the council. And again, you can join us every first Monday of every single month at the Austin Public Safety Commission, 4 p.m. here at City Hall, 301 West 2nd Street, Boards and Commissions Room. Join us. We're here at City Hall in the City Council chambers, and we'd like to invite you to take part in the battle against the fluoridation of Austin's water. Texans for Accountable Government is partnered with Fluoride Free Austin in an effort to remove the fluorosilicic acid from Austin's water. Recent science has come out, as well as the CDC even admits, that fluoridated water should not be given to infants in their baby formula. Not to mention it's known to have adverse side effects on the pituitary gland, on the thyroid gland, so on and so forth, leads to bone damage, especially in elderly people as well. So we're working with Fluoride Free Austin. You can check them out at fluoridefreeaustin.org in order to remove fluoride from Austin's water. It will also help in these tough economic times. There's about an $18 million budget shortfall. They spend around $350,000 a year on fluoridating our water. And again, many people find this to be very harmful. So we hope you'll come down to City Hall, the City Council. Now that we've shown you what we've accomplished as Texans for Accountable Government, we'd like to take this opportunity to show you where we're going, some of the current projects that we're involved in. First of which, we're involved with the Austin Police Accountability Coalition. This is an organization of Austin groups that formed after the Nathaniel Sanders shooting that happened recently. Also, the Key Point cover-up. The City of Austin paid $50,000 to Key Point in order to conduct an independent investigation of the Nathaniel Sanders shooting, and unfortunately they covered up a lot of the key findings. As a result of this, again, the group Austin Police Accountability Coalition has come together. They're pushing for more Austin Police Department accountability and greater citizen oversight with the Police Monitor's Office. We'd like for you to take part in their efforts. You can go every single Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. at 5604 Manor Street. 5604 Manor Street, every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. in order to take part in the effort to bring more police accountability and greater citizen oversight to the Austin Police Department. Now that you've seen what we've accomplished as Texans for Accountable Government in just 2 years, and you've gotten a taste of some of the fights that we're engaged in right now, I'd like to take this opportunity to fill you in on another project Texans for Accountable Government will be working on. In order to help us with the 2011 legislative session, we're going to be creating surveys that ask tough questions about privacy and civil liberties, state sovereignty as well. We're going to be sending these surveys to every single one of these state representatives and senators that you see here, as well as to some of the candidates for these races. In doing so, we hope to get a better gauge of exactly where these candidates stand, where these representatives stand, so we can know where to focus our energy during the 2011 legislative session. In order to pull this project off, and in order to assist in a lot of the other projects we're currently working on, Texans for Accountable Government is currently making an effort to raise $10,000. We're sending out some mails, we're making phone calls, and we're asking you to consider not only getting more involved with your activism, all the opportunities we showed you, but also consider giving a financial contribution to Texans for Accountable Government. We genuinely feel that we have the activists, the knowledge, the wherewithal, and the downright dedication to take Texans for Accountable Government to the next level. So again, we hope you participate. We hope you consider contributing financially. Check out tagtexas.org for more information, and I want to thank you again for participating in the battle for your liberty.